wedding planner, event planner.
Okay.
Also a blogger. And recently in 2014, I became a wedding podcast co-host.
Okay.
Bridal Style Blog.
Okay.
And also, I do marriage proposal planning.
Okay. We'll go into that a little bit later, but that sounds very interesting. How did you know that you knew it's exactly what you want to do?
I knew it from a little girl. My mother put me into planning events because she used to always plan really nice parties for me. And so from there, I started planning for my friends, and it took off from there.
That's awesome. So when you say you did it for your friends, how old were you then?
I was in my early 20s.
Okay.
I had started a book club.
Okay.
And my friends would get pregnant, engaged, all that. And I would always be that go-to person. Oh, Clarissa can put this together. She can plan it for you. It'll be nice. And so from there, I decided I need to make this a business because I really, really enjoyed this.
Right. Awesome. So how old were you when you made it official?
When I made it official, I was about 28 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you're one of those lucky people who know what they want to do from when they're young. Yes. That's awesome. That's really, really good.
Oh, thank you.
So between, I guess, when you made it official, how far have you come? Share an example of before and after in your work.
As far as like my journey that I'm on, I feel like I've grown a lot. It's more than just planning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's such a connection with me and my clients that we become friends.
Okay.
And not only that, I've learned to network more than I did before. At first it was just plan,
right.
Do the event, put it together, bring the vision to life.
Right.
But now I'm learning more so to collaborate, to partner. Also to do things that I was afraid to do. I never would have thought that I would be a wedding podcast co-host. Not in a million years.
Right.
But now I am because I just took that leap of faith. And then planning marriage proposals. I love romantic.
Yes.
Everything romantic.
Right,
so
right.
I decided to tap into that. So I just feel like there's just so much growth because I just did things that I was just so afraid of doing to make me grow in my business.
Right.
If that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
Okay.
So like you were kind of like doing one thing.
Yes.
And then now you've kind of meshed 2 or 3 or 4 different categories together. But I think that from what I'm hearing, the main theme is romance, whether it be proposals, planning.
Yes.
But obviously you're not closed in on just weddings. Or do you do other events?
Yes, I also do social events, and that's where the event planning comes in at.
Okay.
Bridal showers, baby showers, anniversary parties, romantic nights if a couple just wants to get away and do a staycation, so to speak.
Right.
I plan those as well.
Okay.
So birthday parties, I tap into all of those aspects.
And your favorite is weddings and that type of thing.
My favorite is weddings, intimate weddings. I love planning small, quaint weddings.
Okay.
I will do the larger ones, but I prefer the bigger ones. The smaller ones. I'm sorry.
What's the highlight, in your opinion, from your point of view, the highlight of a small intimate wedding?
I feel like it's more personable.
Okay.
That the bride and the groom could really have a chance to really engage with their guests. Versus when it's a larger crowd, you can still engage, but it's easier to engage with a smaller group versus a larger group.
Right.
More family oriented and friend oriented. It feels just really good and close.
And so when these weddings are happening, I never had a plan at my wedding. So when these weddings are happening, where exactly are you standing? Are you everywhere, or are you behind somewhere?
Well, I do have a staff.
Okay.
I do. I have bridal assistants, wedding assistants, production assistants.
Wow.
So I can't do it alone.
Of course.
Usually I'm in the background.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working behind the scenes. I have a itinerary and production day schedule that we all are on task at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a play. It's like a big production from the pre-wedding to the post-wedding, to the reception.
Okay.
So, yeah, and sometimes I am a little bit of everywhere because I want to make sure everything goes off without a hitch.
Right.
Yeah.
And why would you say, just going a bit off topic, why would you say it's important for someone to have a planner, regardless of how small or how big it is?
I think it's so important because it saves stress. Also, you can save money in some areas of your planning because of the relationships and partnerships that wedding planners have established with the professional vendors that you're going to hire.
Right.
Also, to keep everything organized in order. You want that planner there for that. You want to make sure that you can relax, get pampered on your wedding day, put on your wedding dress, and just feel like a bride and not have to worry about if the cake arrived on time or if the photographer is there, videographer. You can just relax and just feel at ease. That's why it's important to have a wedding planner.
Awesome. Yeah, I never had one. I kind of wish I did.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a long traumatic story, but people were asking me, where do I sit? I'm like, I don't know. Find your spot.
Oh, yeah.
My sister-in-law took over and she was just like, she took her heels off and put her slippers on and she ran the whole show. So I'm very thankful for her being there and stuff like that. So hindsight is 2020. If I had that, then I would have. Being on this side of things after being married, I do believe that you need to have a planner. And not necessarily, especially for something as intricate as a wedding. So
Yes, it's so because there's so many layers to it.
There really is.
So many elements.
Right.
So to try to think of it all by yourself, it's too hard. It's too rough. That's where that stress comes in.
Right. Especially if you're still working 9 to 5 as well, and
Yes.
working your normal life.
Yeah, especially for the very busy brides in school, children,
Right.
You name it.
Traffic.
Yeah.
So with you being a planner and you come across as though very knowledgeable, very passionate about what you do. What, in your own words, define an awesome or great or achieved planner?
An achieved planner is someone, definitely I have to go back to that word growth, that allows herself to grow within her business. Growing meaning stepping out, partnering, developing partnerships.
Right.
Also, I would say a great planner would continue to educate herself.
Right.
School is never out.
Right.
As my daddy always says. And also learning, keeping on top of the current trends.
Okay.
That's so important because things are always changing. Staying in tune with social media is very important. Even though I know we want to kind of just stay away because it's so intense of being on Twitter, being on Facebook, Instagram all the time. But you have to stay in tune with that because brides usually have their smartphones in their hands.
Right.
Yeah.
That's so true. That's so true.